We're here with Francisco Farabello. How was the experience playing in the NCAA tournament and getting all the way?
It was great. Of course, growing up, watching the tournament on TV, you always dream to be there, to be part of that, and we were part of it last year, and it was pretty amazing. Great, just the attention that you get, the adrenaline that you feel before and during the games. It's just addicting, to be honest. So I can't wait to be there next year again.
Yeah. Mac, I always tell people, Mac has always been a coach that has to have one or two guys he really trusts. Might not be starters, you know. He has some trust in you. How did you think you developed that trust? And I think it was mostly through like the defensive end.
Yeah.
Although you were known as a shooter, I think he trusts you more on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those guys that doesn't really care about stats, doesn't really look at the numbers at the end of the game. I just care about winning, and I think he sees that in me. I'll do anything that the team needs to win. So I think, as I said, like he saw that right away in me, and it gave its benefits at the end of the year.
Yeah, 3-point shooting. As I said, you're a 3-point shooter. It was kind of up and down last year. Was there anything particular you thought, I was rushing the shot, I wasn't taking my time, anything like that?
I mean, coming into this program and knowing how many threes we shoot, and especially the pace of the game and the style of play that we use here, I didn't think it was going to affect me much, but it clearly did. So
you just don't think your legs run underneath you sometimes?
Yeah, or just like I took shots that I never took in my college career before. So like it's, you know.
Yeah.
So even I had conversations with Mac, and he said that that's completely normal. Like nobody that comes into this program, coming from another program, shoots very well the first year. And I had the same conversation with Baylor, so we can agree on that. So you know, I've been working this summer, been working on the pace, and I'm way more confident this year than what I was last year. So.
Well, maybe Max.
Yeah, probably.
How's it gelling? You know, you got some new players in here. How's everything gelled? Obviously, that summer trip helped a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get those team practices during the summer that really help, especially people coming from other parts to kind of like get to know what we do. And I mean, the chemistry is great. We added the right pieces after some people left. So yeah, as I said, like we're really excited for the season to be here.
What have you noticed from Steven?
Great. He's a great leader. He's very vocal. He just fits like a glove in our offense. I think he's going to be very successful.
Fran, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're here with Jason Green. Second year, right?
Yeah, second year after the first red shirt.
Is it a little easier, like knowing like where you should be, practice, what you should be able to do?
It's definitely a lot easier after playing or just practicing last year, just learning all like the ropes, everything I needed to know. Just coming into this year was so much easier since I already knew what was expected and where I was expected to be and everything like that.
Are you still the best dunker on the team?
To be honest, I think I have to give that one to Fred over there, or Shane. To be honest, he put on a pretty good show yesterday.
Yeah, there's the guy. All right.
Sneaking in there.
Mason is underrated too.
Yeah, Mason got some crazy balance.
Well, I think people were like, "Whoa, look at Mason last year with that dunks he had." Yeah. What do you see as your role this year?
My role this year is just going to be basically I'm taking the role of a dog. Whatever dirty work needs to be done is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be grabbing every rebound I can, getting every steal. I'm going to be locked down defender. I'm just taking the role of my dog this year.
Do you feel like looks like you've put on some muscle?
Yeah, I most definitely have. I saw some progress pictures the other day from Jeremy of when I first got here versus a couple months ago. Like the progress I've seen just from those two pictures is crazy.
What else, like in practice, since you've gotten back to Bahamas and got into regular, practice, get ready for the season? What's kind of jumped out at you?
For me, I think the thing that jumped the most to me was just like how much better I was able to like fit in with the Blue Squad, which is like the main players. I think that's like the biggest thing for me because times last year whenever I would play with them, like in like the preseason practices and things like that. Like there'd be an obvious gap between me and them, but after getting back from the Bahamas and after the summer practices, these preseason practices, there hasn't really been much of a skill difference there. I feel like I've been able to fit in pretty well with them.
How much time you spend on the shooting aspect?
On the shooting end, I spent a lot of time shooting, especially during the summer, and especially during this preseason. Right now, getting shots up every day just to try to hone my shot and get it to where I want it to be at. But I think my main strengths would be particularly shooting. It's more of like getting to the rim and distributing out to the shooter.
Sure. Well, great talking to you. Best of luck this season.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're here with Frederick King. Jason Green just said you're the best builder.
No lie.
No lie? There's no competition.
No. Zero.
Fred, you are one of the fun. I got to ask you about this. You said somebody that would play you in the movie is Kevin Hart. You do know that Kevin Hart's like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
But he would still play you in the movie. Would it be on stilts or what?
Nah, I said that because he's funny, you know?
And you are funny, so there you go. I can see it. All right. Bahamas had to be just a thrill for you to play down there.
It was great. Nice to see my family. My little sister's birthday, so it was a great surprise, great present for her.
How'd you think the team played down there?
They played good. We just learned what we need to get better at down there, and that's what we've been working on since.
So, you and Kalk battling. How's that battle going? What have you seen new from Kalk that you didn't see last year?
He's shooting the tree ball way more.
Way more, yeah. We know why that is, right? Are you able to get out there and block him?
Sometimes,
Yeah. What have you learned to improve your game from him?
Footwork, all about beating the big man to a spot. To get a spot first.
When you had to be called on last year, called stillness, you really stepped up. How were you able to prepare yourself and be ready mentally to take that challenge?
So when they first told me I would be starting, I was scared, not gonna lie. But my team, ever since that first game, but I didn't play that good, they gave me confidence. My coaches told me, keep working hard and stuff, and just build that energy for me.
That second game, you could just see you were growing in confidence as the game went on, right? Yeah. Any game particular that you're looking forward to this year?
Markets. I like playing.
Yeah. Maybe a good challenge down low. So if you're the funniest guy, who's the second funniest guy?
Probably my boy Sammy.
Really?
Yeah. So's got it.
What's funny? Say something. What's funny?
I don't know. He just gets you off guard.
Does he?
Yeah.
Kind of like you. All right, man. Great talking to you. Thanks, Fred. We're here with Coach Jalen. How's it been going in practice?
It's going well. Obviously, the Bahamas trip helped us out a lot. 10 practices in. So when we started official practice in September, the guys didn't look at us like we were speaking a different language. They kind of had a solid foundation. So it's been going well.
Yeah. It was, I'm not going to say one over there. Just a player or two that's kind of jumped out. So, guys really getting it. That guy's really improving since we've gotten here.
Probably not what you expected, but Stephen Ashworth, since he's gotten here, obviously he's gotten more and more comfortable with our system, with his teammates. His leadership is starting to really pop up. But outside of that, all the freshmen have shown bright spots. Sterling Knox has been really pleasant with his size, his defensive ability, his ability to score. He's a smart kid. Josiah Dozier has shown flashes. And then, Isaac Trout, his ability to stretch the floor has been really impressive. And then Jason Green, he's an incredible rebounder.
Yeah.
So, just bright spots from all of them.
Would you say you're ahead of schedule, behind schedule, right on?
I say we were ahead. We were ahead. Again, those Bahamas practices really helped us a lot. And then being able to play games, against other people, regardless of what the competition was like. playing with refs and having film teams and things like that is very important.
On to the important question. How's the little one, and are you getting enough sleep?
I'm finally sleeping now. I'm finally sleeping. She's about 5 months, so I think she's understanding that daddy needs to sleep. But no, she's doing well. She's growing. All the girls are great. So I'm just looking forward to them, enjoying a good season like the rest of us.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with Baylor Schreierman. Everybody's going to ask, the was that to keep the headband on easier?
No, I don't know if the headband will be on, I'll be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's going to raise a lot of feathers.
That's going to be a big talker.
No, I know, but, I just cut it, I just thought it was time. I turned 23, not 26, as John said. But anyway, yeah, I just decided it was time to cut it. I kind of had this cut up until like junior, senior in high school, and it was time.
Well, think about less air resistance, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I run and jump faster.
One of the leaders of the team, you're best to ask this question. Since you're back from the Bahamas, practices started here for the real season. How have they been going? How have you felt the team has been meshing together?
Yeah, I think it's been great so far. I think the chemistry of this team is kind of at an all-time high. Obviously we have a lot of pieces back from the team run we had last year, and then combine that with a lot of new pieces that have really just been great on and off the floor. It's been really easy for us to kind of gel.
You know this better than anybody, but fans don't get it. Like, oh, they went to Elite 8, so this year, every year's different, right? How do you communicate that with maybe some of the younger guys and maybe think a little more like the fans do?
Yeah, I think it's a process, right? And I think it's a long season, and so the best way to approach that is kind of just approaching every day the same way and just trying to be consistent in your everyday approach. And I think we can put one foot in front of the other every single day and get better every single day. By the end of the year, we're going to really like where we're at.
So now that Balik's on the staff, does he come out and say, look, I'm the only person that's hit from the Let It Fly logo. You can't do that.
I don't think that's true, though. I think I've hit from the Let It Fly logo many times, to be honest. But no, it's been great to have him. Obviously, played here, he understands what we're trying to do, and obviously we played professionally, so he really gets basketball, and he's obviously a great guy, so it's been great to have him.
Have you had a shootout with him?
Nah, I haven't had a shootout with him. He's just been working me out. I'm not really shooting with him. He's taken some time off since he, got done playing, and he's having trouble getting back into this sort of thing. So
we asked Ashworth, and he goes, "Oh, I've shot with him, but it seems like he's not trying."
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He just doesn't want us to beat him.
All right, Bailey. Thanks, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
That's
You at your athleticism and so forth, but I think everybody was pretty turned on about that 6 of 10 shooting down in the Bahamas.
Yeah, appreciate that. Man, that's one of my best abilities. Shooting and playmaking.
How has practice gone for you?
It's been going well, just learning, picking up on new things, just trying to learn the team, see what I can find a niche on the team, and just what I can contribute to help us win.
Yeah. It's been a learning curve, right? What do you kind of think you have to do to fit into the system real well?
Really, just lock in on the defense end and just help him more on defense end, be more defender, be a two-way player.
Now, high school, some people don't know this, so you got a couple guys on your high school team here, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us some stories about them in high school.
It was very fun, competitive, playing with them in practice. We always competed against each other, and we was on the first group, so I always beat up on Brockton on the second group. But it's just always been fun, things like that.
So, was Mason stroking it back then too?
Yeah, same way. Yeah, I didn't try it at all.
What's the one game this year you're looking forward to?
Probably Marquette. I got a mission to play on that team. We've been battling it for some years since we were younger. This was one of the games I really look forward to.
All right. Hey, Jonathan, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're here at Brock Vice. So, got to ask you about the double-double in the Bahamas. How is that coming right out of the shoe? Huh?
Honestly, I had no idea it was coming either. I just went out there and played, and it just happened, I guess. I didn't even know I had one until I got interviewed after the game, and someone told me that I had a double-double.
Well, it's pretty impressive. We were just talking with Jonathan, so he said to tell stories about you. Tell some stories about them in high school.
So
I think it was our first day of practice, and J-Lo, he hasn't transferred in yet, but he was watching our practice to see if like he would like it or whatever. We were doing like 5-on-5, getting up and down, and a fight broke out between two of our other teammates. And then the next day, J-Lo was at practice, and like I didn't know much about him because I was new to the area.
Sure.
And so we were doing like 3-on-2, 2-on-1. And I went down and I just came down for a dunk. And he just comes up behind me out of nowhere and just beats it off the glass. I was like, oh boy. And he just starts chatting. I was like, oh no. So that was like the first impression of J-Lo for me.
Great story. Great story. Dad, football coach, right?
Yes, sir.
So, was there a yin and yang between football and basketball? What you were going to really focus on?
Yes, sir. So I was thinking about playing football in college, but then at the same time, I was like, I'd rather play basketball because I feel like I could play longer. So I played football my senior year, but then that was the end of my football career.
Was Dad disappointed?
No. Not really, no. He said it was my choice.
All right. What, coming in, we talked to guys that come in to D1, it's a big adjustment. What's been the biggest adjustment for you?
Just being like up to like the pace, how quick it is, and just the strength. It's the biggest difference from high school.
Yeah, this is playing a pretty fast pace here.
Right. Yes, sir.
All right, Brock, thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Isaac Trout, a guy that we had some conversations with back in the day. Happy to see you in a Bluejay uniform. What's it been like?
It's been great. It's been really nice to be home and just be a part of this family, so it's been great overall.
I got to start with a really off topic because when I see this on somebody's bio, I got to jump on it, being the golfer I am. So you like golf.
Love golf.
You have Scotty Scheffler as a guy you like. Why Scotty?
Yeah. Well, he's big on his faith, very outspoken about his faith,
Absolutely.
so that makes him easy to cheer for, but he's also one of the best in the world, so he's fun.
It had to be a tough moment when he had that bad alternate shot.
Oh,
He got
yeah.
beat like 9-7.
Yeah, he struggled in the Ryder Cup, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. You get out much?
I like to play, yeah. I try to get, since season started, it's been kind of more difficult, but in the summer I tried to go 2-3 times a week.
Nice.
So,
What's your best score?
76.
Oh, you're not a bad player then. Not a bad player at all. Kind of compare and contrast Virginia and Creighton, the basketball part of it.
I'd say they're complete opposites, actually. Virginia was a very slow pace, very methodical. You know, you're running the same offense the whole time, and here it's just super fast pace. You know, free flowing. You know, you can shoot early in the shot clock. So I'd say, like style wise, it's complete opposite. So it's been an adjustment as well.
Most guys that come in, the first thing they say is, "Oh man, the pace." Was that kind of you too? Like how fast Mac wants you to play?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we're sprinting every offensive possession, and theirs, you know, we just kind of walked it up there. So
walk it up and set a screen.
Yeah, a bunch of screens. So yeah, it's definitely been a big adjustment in that aspect.
All you guys are competitive, so I'm sure it's very a friendly, competitive battle. You and Mason, playing time and so forth. How's that going?
I mean, we're really close friends. At the end of the day, we're on the same team with the same goals. So, you know, whatever coach feels is best, playing time wise, is what we'll be good with. And ultimately, we're just trying to play our roles. You know, there's so many great scorers on this team that, you know, we don't have as big scoring roles. So we're just trying to navigate that. And like I said, friendly competition, like you said.
Sure.
Just trying to do the best for the team.
What do you think you have to do better to fit into the Creighton system?
I think I got to get more adjusted to the pace, you know, constantly moving, and then defensively grasp some more concepts that I haven't picked up quite yet so far.
Yeah, because at that position in the Big East, there's some crazy athletic talent.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure you've seen that.
Yeah, for sure.
Any particular game you're really looking forward to this year playing?
Probably Nebraska. I think that'll be
yeah, that might be a good one.
Yeah,
huh?
the in-state rivalry will be really cool, especially because they beat us last year. So looking forward to that one at their place.
Absolutely. Isaac, great talking to you again.
You as well. Nice to meet you.
We're here with Mitch Ballack. I just asked Baylor, I go, as Mitch told you, you're the only guy who can make this. They let it fly over there. You can't shoot it.
I can't shoot those anymore.
You can't?
I had to pass the torch. You can't hold on to the torch. You know, you got to pass the torch. I think he received the toy pretty well, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Ashworth told me that. He goes, yeah, I shoot around with him, but it seems like Mitch isn't trying.
Yeah. Hey, Steve O might have brought his own toys. That dude's different. He's a better shooter than I am.
Yeah, no, there's some shooters on this team. Yeah, right.
Yep, there's definitely some shooters.
What do you want to bring to the team?
I just want to bring like an element that like I've been here, I've done it, I've been through it. I kind of know what looks good, what looks right, what looks wrong. And try and emulate that, try and replicate that, and pass it on to them. At the end of the day, I mean, I honestly want to get them to a level that I never was able to get to. From the player development side, if I'm able to work with these guys a little bit, show them some things, whether it's film-wise or what works in games, what doesn't, what helps you be successful, hopefully at the NBA.
Well, I'm sure they'll listen to it.
I hope so.
You've got a ton of experience at all levels. I think I was talking with Baylor. The important thing to remember for everybody, especially fans, like just because you reached level here last year, this is a whole new year. A lot of things can happen, new team,
100%.
and that's got to be really thrilled that you kind of communicate with the guys like, hey, I might have done this.
100%. 100%. And Mac does a really good job of like conveying that message, really getting it through to them. Obviously, there's a lot of new pieces, a lot of moving pieces, whether that's within our program or within programs in the Big East and programs in the country. So the quicker you can understand, hey, we have this month to get tuned up and fine-tune everything that we're trying to do to get everybody to move as one, move as a unit, defensively and offensively, I mean, the better off they'll be. And I think they're taking that in stride. And obviously, the 10 practices in the summer was huge for them. And they're doing a really good job just kind of acclimating each other to the system and kind of what we want to achieve.
You working with Kalk on that three-pointer?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm definitely
I
trying
heard
to.
he's shooting a lot of it.
He is shooting a lot. He's shooting a good percentage. I mean, he shoots the
Got a
right
beautiful
ones.
touch.
Yep, beautiful touch for. I mean, guys, that's a guy that's 7'1" that shoot the ball like that. It obviously adds a different element because now you have to respect it. He doesn't force any. He doesn't have to. But he'll get shots within the offense because so many other guys put pressure in other areas of the game that will free him up to. So if he hits one, let another one fly, and if he hits another one, then let it go again. You know. So
Mitch, great talking.
I appreciate it.
We're here with Mason Miller. So we talked to your other high school teammates. So they told stories about one another. You got any stories about them back in high school?
I mean, we got a couple. I mean, we've been with each other for a pretty long time. I've known Brock since I was probably first in high school. I've known Jay Law since I was probably fifth grade or sixth grade. So I mean, we know a lot about each other. We used to play against each other in the AU circuit all the time.
Sure.
And we used to definitely go back and forth all the time. So that's been pretty fun. And then being able to play with Brock. I mean, as he was probably a freshman, I was a senior. I know he was a sophomore, so being able to play with him would be fun too. Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to me, as being a big golfer, our two guys at the fore both love golf.
Yeah.
How often do you get to play?
In the summer I get to play probably like 2 or 3 times a week, but since the season started out, probably once every 2 weeks, probably I would say.
What's your best score?
I wouldn't say I'm really good at it, but probably like the high 80s. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a work in progress,
Yeah,
right?
work in
Like
progress.
everything else,
Yeah,
right,
work
in
in
life?
progress.
Yeah. Competition, I was talking with Isaac, and, you guys are, going to be, obviously you're teammates, you're close to one another, but you're still in competition day in, day out, in practice. How do you thrive on that? Do you like that?
Oh, I
This
definitely.
friendly competition?
I mean, having that because we're really close friends. I mean, the whole team really is. Having that friendly competition always helps you practice better. And be able to be in practice with more intensity for sure.
Like 9,000 years ago when I played basketball, I my proficiency was shooting. Okay?
Yeah.
So I was one of the few guys that liked that corner three.
Okay,
And
yeah.
you love that corner three.
I do, yeah.
I couldn't explain it, but why do you seem to like the corner three more than say the wing or the top?
I mean, one thing for sure is just it feels a little closer. I feel like you're closer to the rim, and then our offense really likes to run to the corners because when you run to the corner, it helps space the floor out, so it's just really just easier to get that shot off in the corner.
Do you just feel more comfortable there?
Yeah, no, 100%. Feel comfortable in the corner. Yeah.
What? How is the practice going? Integrating the new guys. You got Ash, point guard, and so forth. How's it all been going?
It's doing pretty good since we went to the summers this year. We got to have direct practice this summer. So being able to do that has kind of been an easy process since we've actually started during fall season.
I know it's a little downer. Last year we were talking about Maui. This year, even though it's a nice place, Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta keep the swimwear at home.
Yeah.
Any other big games you're looking forward to?
Well, the Alabama game is going to be pretty fun. Actually, I am looking forward to that one. That'll be a fun game.
No kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding. Thanks, Mason.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, we're here with Stephen Ashworth. Welcome.
Thank you.
A lot of fans out there, maybe not know. Just tell us about yourself, your family, everything going on with you.
Yeah, transferred from Utah State. This is my first year here at Creighton. Me and my wife Peyton moved here out from Utah, and I've got an older brother who's married, and then triple younger brothers. So
Yeah, you got
kinda me and
triplets,
my
man.
family.
How was that?
It was good. It was fun growing up, being able to experience that, and just understanding, that 5 boys is a lot to take care of from mom. So just trying to be good to her.
Most important question. You're gonna understand this. How's the wife, and how does she like Omaha?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming into this decision, that was a huge part of the process of finding a place that she would be able to adjust and, have friends, and also understanding that, I'm going to have a built-in friend system with the team. So she's doing great, and she's doing flowers here in Omaha. And so, if anybody out there needs some floral arrangements, hit me up. But, yeah, she's loving her time, and it's been great out here.
Yeah, awesome. As I was telling you, I watched a lot of Mountain West last year, and just so impressed with your play throughout your whole career, and really last year as well. I told people, I think you're going to be surprised. Mr. Ashworth's a little better on defense than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
How hard do you work on your defensive part of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's been a focus of this, especially this offseason coming into the Big East. There's a lot of talented guards and a lot of matchups that are going to be challenging. And so making sure that I'm ready, and then, as you said, defense is something that I've always had to be a huge focus of my game, being a little bit smaller growing up. And so I do think that people don't give me quite enough credit. But at the same time, there's a lot of talented guards, so we'll see how it turns out.
Well, Creighton fans will understand because this guy went against San Diego State a couple times a year, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we don't have, we got a lot of pretty veteran teams, so there's not a lot of newcomers. So I'm interested to say, so you get here and practice, what kind of gave you the wow moment a couple times in practice?
Yeah, I'll say just watching, Kalk Trey, especially Kalk running up and down the floor, and his ability, especially in transition, to catch a pass, whether it's, maybe outside of the pocket, and then still be able to finish and just know where he's at on the court, was something that, I was just blown away with a little bit. And then, just the overall talent of every guy on the team has been something that's super fun to be around, and it pushes you every single day. It's been really good.
Yeah. Your recruitment was part of the pluses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This building right here, and just the 24/7 access that we can get to a spot like this was huge. And then also all the development resources that we have with, Coach Anderson and the strength room, and then all the guys on the court as well. And it helps to have guys like Mitch Ballack back, and to kind of show me the ropes of what it means to be a Blue Jay with his experience. So it's been awesome.
Who's a better shooter, you or Mitch?
That's yet to be really tested. I feel like Mitch never really actually tries when we're doing things like that. He's definitely got a strap for sure.
Last question, I got to go back. Your
Yep.
first job was selling salsa?
Yeah, where'd you learn that from?
I did my research.
Yep. Yeah, so I would sell salsa door to door in my neighborhood to kind of make some money in high school, and actually save up for my mission. And so that was my first ever job, was selling salsa door to door.
All right, well, if we get something, I'll buy some.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
man.
Yep, thank you.